Hello and welcome to this edition of SAC News in Focus. I'm Lucero Garcia. My guest today was former captain for SAC's men's soccer team for 2 years in a row and the recent recipient of SAC's Male Student Athlete of the Year. He's also one of our reporters writing stories for us week in and week out. Joining us is our very own Antonio Wall. Thank you, Antonio, for being here today. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for having me here. My name's Antonio Wall. I'm from Walnut, California. I'm Mexican-American, 20 years old, and I'm currently a student here at Santa Ana College. I played 2 years for the soccer team, as you already said, and I'm currently studying at Santa Ana, most likely looking to transfer.
So tell me a little bit more about your athletic journey here in Santa Ana College.
So my athletic journey at Santa Ana College started with me originally not even wanting to play college soccer, but someone that had actually played at Santa Ana College about 10 years ago had reached out to me, who was my former coach. And he said, you know what, I think you should still keep playing. It'd be a good idea to continue your education and your playing career. So he told me to go and try out for the SAC soccer team. So that's what I decided to do, and it worked out good.
So what were your earliest memories in playing soccer?
So my earliest memories in playing soccer would be being about 4 or 5 years old and going to the park with my dad or my uncles and just kicking the ball around, kicking it at the wall, and playing with other kids at the park and just having fun. That's how it started.
So growing up, what did soccer mean to you? Did it become better, become hard? What did it overall mean to you?
So growing up, I would say soccer meant a big part to me in my life because not only was it a way for me to make new friends and go on trips around the country and have good experiences, learn new stuff with friends that go to different schools, not just from my area, learn new cultures. It also gave me the opportunity to master a skill over long, hard hours of practice every single day. And it just teaches me to value stuff like delayed gratification, that if you put in the work for a long time, you'll eventually achieve results.
So being an athlete is already hard enough. So how do you keep up with your academic grades and everything?
So I actually don't think it's too hard if you just know how to manage your time well. So basically every week I write down on my little notebook what I have to accomplish that week and the things I have to get done. So I dedicate some hours of practice every single day to keep getting better at soccer, and also dedicate hours to school also to be able to balance the both and do good in both.
And do you currently do soccer off season?
I currently do soccer off season in a league called UPSL, and it's more to just stay in shape and be ready for the upcoming season in collegiate sports.
And what do you hope the league teaches you when coming back or doing future soccer things?
So I hope the league just maintains me in a good physical condition and also allows me to play against players that are doing the same thing that I'm doing. And even in that league, you play against some ex-professional players, so it's really a good experience to try this new league that I'm in. And it really teaches me a lot about the game that I haven't learned yet, so I would say it's a very positive opportunity for me.
And then you were captain of the soccer team for 2 years in a row. How did that feel when you first got that role?
So when I first got the role of being captain, it's not something that was directly stated to me like, oh, you're going to be our captain this year in my first year. It was more something of, we had a lot of practices in the summer, and I guess what the coaches saw was that I had something to give to the team if I were to wear the captain's armband. Maybe it was the way I practice or the way I demand the best out of myself. Maybe those are the reasons, I don't know. But it feels really good to be able to lead the team in the games, and it's been a really good experience.
What were some of the responsibilities you had to do as captain with your team?
So some responsibilities that captains have that I had to personally do on the team is stuff such as lead the warm-up, so tell the whole team the exercises that we have to do to warm up for our practices and our games. Also, be a leadership voice on the field in terms of demanding the best from my teammates and making sure that what the coaches told me and the rest of the team to get done gets done. And other small stuff like talking to the refs at halftime, because you're the captain, they listen to you a little bit more, and talking to them before and after the game, stuff like that. But mostly just trying to be a leader and leading by example also.
So how did you lead your team into wins that they did? Do you guys have strategy? Did you guys talk about things when you guys lost a game? So what did you guys do when you guys lost a game or won a game?
So yeah, whenever we would lose games, we would obviously refocus with the whole team after the game, have a talk with the whole team, including the coaches, and they would tell us what they saw went good and what went wrong in the game and what are ways we could improve. So by doing that stuff, we have a plan for the next week, and we execute that plan in practice. We try to work on the stuff we did wrong and get better at the stuff we did good, and we plan for the next game. And for the wins that we have, it's basically the same process. There's still things you could improve on even if you win. So it's basically the job of the coaches and the team also to come together into one way of thinking of how to improve the team for the next game.
And what were some of the obstacles you had while being in that team? And how did you face them together to make things better?
So some obstacles we may have had is that in community college seasons, there's not much time to bond since the eligibility of years to play is only 2. So there's a lot of changes year in and year out in the team. So for example, from the first year, probably only 4 guys stayed to play the second year. So it was coming into a completely new sort of environment with completely new players I had never played with or met before. So I would say those are the first challenges in playing at SAC or any community college for that matter. Just getting to know your teammates every new year and just becoming friends and having good relationships with them. But they're great guys, so it was easy.
So thank you, Antonio. And when we come back, guys, we're going to talk a little bit more about what Antonio sees for his future and his end goal. So we'll be right back. Did they cut it?
My name is Kevin. I'm a military veteran returning to school, and I'm a student at Santa Ana College. I went to an art school in Los Angeles for 2 years. I realized things were getting pricey and expensive. I was tired of hearing my parents talk about the financial issues we have. At the same time, I also had a desire ever since I was a little kid to join the military. So I enlisted in the United States Air Force for 4.5 years, and immediately at the same time I got out of the military, I got hired at Disney. I chose online classes because I'm able to have time management with my priorities outside of school and also with school. I'm able to control my life. My advice for a student thinking about taking online classes is you got to be on top of your game. You have to make sure you have time to do your online classes. It might be easy to forget that you have homework due and quizzes to take. So you just definitely got to be on top of it. I would say online classes are just the same type of difficulty as face-to-face class. Do the coursework, read the chapters, take the quiz. You still have deadlines just like actual classes. It's been a year and I'm able to speed up the process where I'm going to be getting my associate's degree this December and we'll be transferring for spring. So online classes definitely helps me reach my end goal faster.
Welcome back. So Antonio, you recently won and went to the Ed Arnold Award. What did that mean to you?
So the Ed Arnold Golf Classic was a great event it was pretty much a luncheon to raise money for transferring student athletes, and it was fantastic. It meant a lot to me. It was good to be recognized for my achievements that I've done in school and on the field. So it was a really nice thing.
Were your families there? Who was there to support you?
Yeah, so they gave us a guest list of 2 people, and I decided to take my mom and my dad. We made the drive over to Mission Viejo, and they were all there to enjoy the event. It was really cool. It was an event for all ages, and it was really fun.
And then now, since you won that award, congratulations again.
Thank you.
Where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself pursuing things in soccer?
Yeah, I see myself pursuing things in soccer as well as continuing my education, because I think it's always good to continue learning. So I'm still looking for the right fit for me in terms of being able to continue both those 2 things. So it's not the easiest process to find the best fit for me, but it's something that I'm working on every day.
And then besides your goals in soccer, where do you see yourself in 5 years in general?
So in 5 years, I would say I see myself working every day, earning some money, and also applying the skills that I've learned not only in school but also on the field. So applying discipline, applying consistent work, and continuing my planning, continuing putting in the work to get the results that I want to achieve. Eventually, I want to live on my own, not with my parents anymore, so that's definitely one of my goals. And besides that, yeah, just getting into work.
And then lastly, for people that want advice on being a better soccer player, what can you give them?
So honestly, it's going to sound really cookie cutter and cliche, but honestly, it's that hard work pays off, and the person that consistently does a little every single day to improve is going to do much more than the person that slacks off for a couple of days and then goes really hard a couple of days and then gets burnt out from doing that. So I would say just to be consistent and practice the basics, and as long as you do that and you have good mentors and good people leading you in not just soccer but also in your life, leading you in the right direction, I think you'll be a decent soccer player.
Okay. So that does it for this edition of SAC News in Focus. So I want to thank Antonio for coming here today and for being able to talk to me. And I'm Lucero Garcia, and as always, make sure to head over to our YouTube channel to watch more of our in-depth interviews. Thank you.